Okay, so this is KB Girls 112, and this is part 2 of the 2014 barn tour. Okay, so for this part of the tour, we'll see these horses, those horses up there, and the shelf horses. Okay, so first off here, I've started putting my collection in congas on this shelf and on that shelf. So we have my Weather Girl congas. This is Promise, who is a Arabian cross. She's a Palomino. I love her. She's my favorite out of all four. Next we have Brianna, and she is a gray Sabino paint, Arabian paint. Yeah, she's really cute and I like her a lot. And then we have Miss Scarlet, and she is a gray, metallic, almost black looking Arabian mare. She's full Arabian. And then we have Kayla, my Paintalusa, and she's the wild card you get. You either have this mare or the translucent color rainbow. I like this one better. So this is Kayla. She's a chestnut Paintalusa, and I love her a lot. And then we have Cedric, one of Amy's geldings. He is a bay paint, and I really love his halter. He does Western Pleasure, and he's awesome. Then we have Mick the Joker, or Mick. He's a black paint, and he does Western Pleasure and a few other Western events. Then we have Smart Thinking, or Smarty, and he is another Western horse. He does Western Pleasure, I think, and that's it. Next one we have Apache, and he is a bay paint. He is one of our all-around Western horses. He can do mostly anything. And then we have our two Mustangs. Then we have Nakota, who is a blue roan Mustang stallion, and he's awesome. Then we have my newest addition. He came yesterday. This is Cheveo, as you know him, and I renamed him as Winchester. And he is a Dunalino Mustang. He's awesome. I love him a lot. In my opinion, he's LSQ because there's nothing wrong with him. I can't find anything wrong with him. He's amazing. I love his face. And then back there, we have Shadowfax, our Andalusian stallion. He's a level 4 dressage horse. And then we have Amelia. She's a national show horse mare in bay paint. And she was probably one of the first horses in that mold, in the 1999 National Show Horse mold, because she is terrible. Like, her legs are warped, and she can't stand on her own at all. Right now she's leaning against the wall. Let's just put it like that. And then we have my Lionheart, or Majestic Echo, and he's glossy. In my opinion, I don't like glossies, but I like him. Just in my opinion, glossies don't look as realistic as matte horses do, but I like him in glossy. And there's nothing wrong with him either. Like, there's nothing stuck to the gloss. There's nothing wrong with him whatsoever. And his name is Majestic Echo, and he's the variation that has the dorsal stripe and everything. And then we have my Marwari horse, and that is Warrior of Light, or Warrior. And he's got the correct ears, and I've got one of the good models. He's really good. Like, there's no paint wearing off and like going off into the tail. Like, there's no palomino going off into the white of the tail. There's no plastic sticking out, because I've heard people say they have problems with their Marwaris, but I have a good one apparently, and I really like him. He's awesome. So that's Warrior. And then up here we have my ethereal earth, and his name is Anakin. He's a bay paint stallion. He's 5 years old. I just like to say his age because he's young. And I really, really like this mold. I really want fire and water in this mold because I love it. It's awesome. Then we have my Just a Dream, or Soraya, I call her. And she's awesome. She's a little Arabian mare and she's chestnut. Then we have Sato, who is a thoroughbred of a different color. And he's a Palomino Sabino paint. And he's awesome. He's a thoroughbred. And then we have Troy, my black and white Arabian cross something. Don't know what he's crossed with, but he's my Huckleberry Bay. He's awesome. I love Troy. Then we have my other kind of holy grail, Celtic Salinero. I really like this mold and this model. I keep saying mold when I mean to say model. Sorry. He has a blanket on him, and I'm going to keep the blanket on him because I don't want him to get damaged, because I really am in love with Celtic Salinero. And I renamed him Pilgrim. He is a dressage gelding, and he is amazing at it. And I forgot to say that Troy is a halter Arabian. He does shows and performance. He used to be a racer, and they're basically nothing. He's in training, and I really don't know what she's doing. I think she might be one of our performance Arabians. I really am not sure anymore. And then we have my Champagne on the Templado, or Templado, as you guys call him. And we have his name underneath there, or his owner's name. And he's my Andalusian stallion. He's awesome. And then we have Spartan, another horse named after Heartland. He's awesome, and he's owned by Amy. He is a quarter horse cross thoroughbred. He's awesome. He can do Western anything and show jumping. And then we have my designer horse, Arabian Aragon, and he is a buckskin Arab. He's awesome. He shows in performance. Then we have Red. He's a pony cross, Arabian cross, quarter horse cross, thoroughbred. You really have to check out his card. I really don't know what he's all crossed with. But he's an awesome little guy, and he's in like a sorrel red, and he does cross country. Then we have Catwalk, who's in the, can't remember what her mold is, what her mold's called. Anyway, her original name was Party Girl, and I renamed her Catwalk. And she, does show jumping, and she's in a, muggy buckskin, and she's a really pretty mare. I really like her. Okay, then we have my shelf. Sorry about that again. Hit another button. So then up here, I have to arrange it. Okay, up there we have Lucas, what's his name? Silver Dollar, Tanner, and Jacob Black. These are my Othello horses. I am going to get the 2014 one in this mold, but not right now, because I have to save up for college. I kind of have to put my horses on hold and save for college and not buy any more horses for a while, which is going to be very depressing, but it has to be done. I have to go to college, so they're awesome. And these are all my ribbons from my horse shows, like my actual horse shows. And then over here we have my Conga of 6 in the Smart Chickalina mold. We have, let me just zoom in there. We have my Joker, who is signed on his belly, right there, by Tommy Turvey. And I renamed him Creamer. He's a black and white quarter horse stallion. And he is, they're still trying to figure him out. They don't really know what he does yet, sorry. So yeah, that's him. Then we have Tyler, my bay in this mold. He's amazing. I love him. He's a Western cutting horse, I think. Yeah, I think that's what he does. Then we have Coolio, who does bulldogging with Tyler. Even though Tyler does not own this horse, he shows with him. Then we have Grand Canyon, or Canyon, and he is a, oh yeah, and by the way, he's a chestnut stallion. These are all stallions, just letting you know. And Canyon is a champion reining and cutting horse. He's amazing at it. Then we have Soka, my big check stick ash in this model. Sorry, keep saying mold. Why do I say that? Anyway, he's awesome and I love him. He does barrel racing with Amy. Then we have Nico, and he is a gray paint in this model. He's awesome. He is Dakota's dad, and Soka is Arya's dad. And he does Western pleasure and barrel racing. He's amazing. Then we have my saddlebred paint, black and white paint. I'm just gonna get up on my bed here. His name is Regent, and he is a 6-year-old saddlebred stallion. And he does shows and performance, and he's also studying out. And then this guy has a very emotional background for me. He's one of my designer horses. Designer horse, sorry, not designer horses. His name is Joe, and he's the guy that won me half of these ribbons. The actual horse passed away last summer in June, right after our first show together, and I was really, really sad. I was really sad. And he looks exactly like the real horse, and I chose the windswept trotting drafter for him to be custom made. And yeah, his name, like, if I didn't say it earlier, his name is Joe, and he's really close to my heart. I needed to have a model to look like my prize-winning boy. This is a picture of the actual horse. There he is, and there's me at the show with him. And yeah, I'm gonna miss him a lot. He was the best horse I've ridden in a long time. So yeah, that's Joe. Next to Joe, we have the 4 Conquering Tide boys. There's Thor, Loki, Ariston, and Neptune. Thor's show name is the Almighty Hammer. Loki's show name is Master of Tricks. Ariston's show name is Timid but True, and Neptune's show name is Noble One. Then we have my 3 Idicus boys. We have the original Idicus, or I call him Haven, who is a show jumping. No, he's the dressage one. He's the show jumping one. Then we have Ravel, or I call him Archie Bunker, and he's a show jumping boy. These are both in bay, but Archie's just darker. Then we have our new one. His name is Ghost, and he is a show jumping boy. He's amazing. He looks a little bit wild in the video, but if you have a snowman, you would know how really good this model is. We're down to our last 4 horses. We have my 2 Roxys. We have the original Roxy and the Bet Your Blue Boons. Roxy's new name is Moon, or Midnight Moon, and she is she's a show girl. She does trick riding, and There's one other thing she does. I think she also does like horsemanship as well with Amy and Amanda. Then we have Malaya, who's the red roan in this mold, I guess. And she's awesome. I love her. She does calf roping, and I think she's also a cutting mare as well. And she does her work with Amy. Then we have my two Gigi Valentine and two Heartbreakers. This one I had to see if it'll focus. Yeah, her ear is chewed, and her foot is chewed as well. And that little beast right there chewed her. I was very mad at him because she's awesome. But anyway, this pair is called Chilara and Spindleberry. They're both, well, she's a show jumping mare, and they're both in bay, and I mean, she's in a bay and he's in a chestnut. And then this, the second ones that I got, I actually found out they're darker than my original ones, which I think is kind of cool. So the mare's name is Showgirl, and the foal's name is Henry. She's a show jumping mare as well, and who knows, maybe one day he will be a show jumping gelding as well. Yeah, so those are all my horses. As I said before, this will probably be my last video for a while, seeing as I am going to college in the fall and I need to stop spending money on model horses and start spending it on college stuff. Though I did buy the CC Shuffle Appaloosa in this mold here, and I will do a little short video when she arrives. But other than that, thank you for watching, and see you guys later.